Yeah, it's good. It's good. It feels pretty seamless walking in. The guys are very welcoming, and it's exciting. They're in a good spot too, and they've done a hell of a job to put themselves in this situation, and we want to keep improving on it.
How did you find out? Did Steve call or?
Yeah, I found out through my my agent called, and then their GM, and then Steve called kind of around game time that we had a game out west, so probably time would that be like 9 maybe, I don't know exactly, 9 our time, but I found out before obviously, but yeah, just trying to gather like the shock of it and all that, and trying to figure stuff out.
So you weren't expecting? I mean, were you surprised by it? Or?
Yeah, I was, like, in a way, because you always play for a team that you just kind of expect to keep playing. You don't look elsewhere when you're playing somewhere. So, when you hear like where it is and all that, it could not have been a better spot, to be honest with you. I'm excited. I really enjoyed living here, and the guys and the whole staff. So it's really exciting for me to get this opportunity to play those meaningful games when I get back, and again, just to be one of the guys in the room to try and pull on the rope.
Are you going on the trip to skating with them?
Yeah, exactly. Just for now, that's the plan. I think part of it too is not only the injury, but just to be around the guys and all that, and it's gonna be fun.
It's a different coach, but how easy is the transition when you haven't, when you know a lot of the players, you played with a lot of these guys, and you haven't been gone for long?
It's only been a few hours, but it feels like a few days, so it's good that way. Todd's been really welcoming. Called me yesterday and reached out a couple times with text, and again this morning. Just I think it's going to be an easy transition in that regard. He's an experienced coach that's been around for a long time, and I'm looking forward to get to know him.
Did you reach out to Justin?
I did.
Yeah. What was that conversation like, or what did you tell him?
He's excited. That's all I can say. I'm pumped to have him. I think everybody, all the Wings fans, should be super happy to have him. He's goes about his business. He works hard. I think he's the same. He's excited just like me to get in a situation like this, and I think there's a great chance for him to play some really good hockey. And I think at his age, where he's at too, he's getting older slowly, and I played with him in St. Louis, and he played some great hockey there, but he wants to win badly. He's hungry, and it's exciting to have a guy like that.
Steve said yesterday, I think about 2 weeks away. Is that about the time frame that you expect?
Right now that's kind of what we're shooting for, and we'll see if we're going day by day and pushing a little more every time and see where it goes. Yeah.
In free agency, was it a tough decision to leave here and go there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I caught some of your interview with the NHL Network the other day. You said maybe Ottawa wasn't maybe the most ideal for you. Why do you think that was?
No, I don't want it to sound like maybe the weight came off. Just I don't know, like different things that went on. Just you just kind of feel it. I really enjoyed my time there. Still, I enjoyed the group of guys there too. And I think they have a good thing going. And sometimes it's just how it goes. There's no negative about it. I think I still went there and worked as hard as I could every day and try and put my best foot forward. And sometimes things just don't click the right way. It just didn't always feel like that. So, but I thought the group of guys, getting to know their core group there, the guys I didn't know, even French guys like Thomas Chabot, I have a lot of respect for guys like that. Jake Sanderson, Brady, Timmy, all the guys, Drake. It was fun to play there too.
Last time you were here, I mean, you guys took it right down to the final minute of the
3
last
seconds.
game. I mean, does it kind of feel
5 seconds?
Yeah. Does it kind of feel like unfinished business for you here?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think that's part of it. I think I got a lot of some good hockey to play, and I think my style of play too is different than a lot of the young guys. Now they come in, they're all really fast and all that. So I try to win my battles on the boards and things like that, and hopefully give them the puck as soon as possible, and hopefully create chemistry with them and play some good hockey. And I'm excited. I think they've done a good job to the success that a lot of young guys have had too. You can tell they're playing some great hockey. I'm watching from afar. A lot of guys that I know, but other guys I don't know, I think they're playing some really good hockey too.
When did you get here? Last night? Or?
This morning. Okay. Yeah. Left Ottawa at 7. Yeah.
What's the family going to do? They're going to stay there?
Yeah, we're trying to figure all that out. I think the first week getting on the road, we'll just get there. Then the kids have March break, so they might be able to come in. And yeah, we'll see day by day, honestly. Like the first few hours when we found out they were probably going to stay, and then now we're trying to make it work possibly with school and maybe possibly do it like they send stuff every week, and it's mostly for my 8 and 10 years old, but my 3 and 1 year old are obviously it doesn't matter, so they would be here. Yeah.
You and Ottawa gave Toronto a scare in the first round there, and obviously you were a big part of it with 2 goals there. Just how good did it feel for you to get back to the playoffs?
Yeah.
And how hungry are you to do that with this team where you've already played?
Exactly. No, I think this team, this city, like that's kind of what we pushed for when the last part of the year I was here, and at the end of the day, I think that's what you want to play for, is those meaningful games, the playoff hockey type atmosphere. That's where you really grow as a player. And you know, it probably took me like 4 or 5 runs before I started feeling comfortable truly in the playoff atmosphere. So you got to help everyone around you as much as you can, and help them you know, like take steps. That's what it's all about.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
The plan for you being up here?
Nothing. I don't know. Not much. Just told me that I'm going to play tomorrow, so I'm excited.
How do you feel you've grown since you were last year in October?
Well, I mean, I feel like I've grown, like I said, the North American style of hockey. Get used to everything here, and I like, I call it the season and how many games we have. So trying to still learn that, but I feel like I'm getting used to it. So yeah.
The last couple of weeks in particular, I mean, it seems like you're playing your best hockey of the season. Is that just from experience and more comfort? What's been the difference here?
Okay, I mean, it's a long season and it's going to go up and down, so the last couple of weeks have been going up for me, so that's always fun to play hockey when things go your way, and could be that I'm getting used to the game here too, but I don't know, I just go out there every day and try to do my best.
Do you feel like you're better able to make room for yourself and the ability to get your shut off, like, you know, playing against men in the minor leagues than maybe you were?
Yeah. I mean, back home you used to have more time, so you can like aim longer and have better time to shoot. So I had to get used to that, to just try and get the shot out quick. And I worked a lot on that lately, and it feels like it's working. And I feel like I'm still working on it to get even better. So yeah.
Brands, you shoulder a lot of responsibility in Grand Rapids on special teams, just keeping minutes. How valuable has that been for your development throughout this past season?
It means a lot for development, to trying to learn how it is to like maybe go out there and trying to like make a difference and help the team. But yeah, I mean, I just go out there and play hockey and do what the coaches tell me. So yeah.
When did they tell you you were coming up?
Right after a game yesterday in Cleveland.
So so you have to like, did you go home or back to GR? Or?
No, I did not. So,
You came straight here. Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you handling going on a trip? Do you go shopping or like?
Well, if I don't want to use the same boxers every day, I'm probably gonna have to shop something. So yeah.
So it's very hectic anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, but you don't really think about it. You just do what it is.
So
Do
how
what
did
you're
you
told.
get here from Cleveland?
Car service. Yeah.
Grand Rapids is the first AHL team in over 30 years to get a playoff spot in February. I mean, what has been working the most down there for you and the team as a whole? Setting all kinds of records there.
Yeah, we have a pretty good group of guys who have good chemistry, and a lot of our D core and full core are pretty good, and I feel like we're just playing good together and we're having fun with it, so I think that's helping us a lot.
Michael, when they set you down, were you surprised or were you kind of disappointed, expecting it maybe at that point? What?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of emotions. I really wanted to stay here, but at the same time, it's good to play there too and have more minutes. So yeah, I just took it.
Thanks, Greg.
Good afternoon.
Anything new on Larks, or what have you guys found out?
So Larks won't play tomorrow. He'll need some time to recover. I can't give you a timeline on that right now, but he will be out.
Is he coming on the trip then, or is it too early?
As far as I know right now, he is. So he'll come on the trip. We'll see how it goes day by day.
And Raymond, was it?
Maintenance day for Razor. Again, the Olympics and everything along that lines.
One other one, just bringing up Nygård. I mean, what was behind that? Why him over anybody else at this point?
Well, he started well down there. He went cold and then he got hot. And, you could say, well, we've got to get some offense. We need somebody that can score. Well, he's been doing that down there. But he also plays a heavy game he can check, and our team's going to have to be, at least for tomorrow, and we'll see where it goes from there. Pretty solid defensively right now, without Larks in the lineup, and check well, and I think Brands can do that. So, and then he gives you the shot and the opportunity to score as well.
I know even last night you said you didn't think it was going to be long-term, but is it a relief that, because it looked, from pictures, it looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
Larkin's leg, that it is right now day-to-day.
Yeah, well, when you start talking about, the lower extremities and you see what happened, you're, okay, now what? So far, we're not talking about year ending or anything like that. That's a real good sign for him and for our team. So that's a positive.
Is there even maybe a little silver lining in that he's played a ton of hockey, so maybe if he misses one game,
No, there's no silver lining. He's our captain. He's played extremely well, and any way, shape, or form that we can have him in the lineup is a good thing for our team. So there's no silver lining in rest or anything like that. And he'd probably scoff at the suggestion of that because he's a competitor and wants to be in there with his teammates.
Speaking of competitors, what does it say about David Perron that he is already here skating with you, and from what he says going on the trip? And
yeah, he's going to come on the trip. So he has been skating in Ottawa. The team there is obviously on the road, and he's been skating. And our training staff throughout the morning has had a chance to evaluate him to see where he's at, strength-wise, and all those other things. I have to get an update on that, but it was really good to see him out there. And he's comfortable out there. He's been around most of these guys and the facilities, the trainers, so his integration into the team won't be as dramatic as it sometimes is for a traded player.
With Brandsegg-Nygård, I imagine it was obviously beneficial for him to go down there and get experience and for his development. And just from the reports that you've gotten from Grand Rapids, how much further along is he now than he was at the start of the season?
Well, we're going to find out. His start was actually pretty impressive. When I went to training camp, obviously, first-round draft pick, you're looking for something, but I didn't have him penciled in as coming out of camp and playing. So he did a real good job, and then you could see he needed some time. He's gone down there and been put in situations where he's been counted on and played big minutes. I do know his play elevated, and then it leveled off a little bit, as it does a lot of times with first-year players. So Waddy down there, the coach, and the staff gave him a couple pokes here and there, and he started to produce again, and that's where he's left off.
Where do you anticipate Justin slotting into the D pairings tomorrow? And then also, was there any consideration to bringing up Nate as opposed to MBN, or did you prefer maybe MBN?
Well, Nate's banged up a little bit right now, so we need a healthy player, from what I understand. So we obviously talked about Danny. He's an NHL player in our mind, and when he's completely 100% healthy, there may be an opportunity for him moving forward. And what was the other part of the? Yeah, well, we do. He's got to get to New Jersey, so hopefully he's in the air right now, and everything goes good. And let's assume that happens. We're going to put him in, and we're going to play him. We'll have to figure out how, and just observe how comfortable he'll be in playing with certain partners. We may think, okay, well, he'll fit real good with Ben Sherratt, and that is the plan a little bit, is to put him there and get your four guys rolling out. But we have to observe and pay attention to who he's playing well with and how the chemistry goes with his partner.
For both DP and Falk, they bring a ton of experience to the lineup. What do you anticipate their off-ice value to be for this group down the stretch here?
Well, DP's there's evidence of it in a record here of how he carries himself around the locker room. The players were excited about getting him back. As I said, I think he's a vocal guy that drags his teammates into it. You could hear it in practice a little bit today. He had some energy, and then Justin, I don't know as well. He's been on some good teams in St. Louis. They've gone on some good runs. He's been a big part of that. They've had a winning culture around their organization. It turns like everybody else's. So he's been a big part of that, and hopefully he can bring some of that to our group.
And then just your thoughts on this brief homestand here going into this road trip. Did you see any common themes or trends emerge that you want the group to rectify going into this 4-gamer?
Well, I think we have to be sharp all over. You look at the opening game of the two against Vegas. Good start and we're playing, and then we get a little bit hesitant in the game, and all of a sudden it comes back to bite you. But we kept that team to 1 goal with 8 minutes left, and and then we gave it back to them, or they earned it. I shouldn't say nobody gives anything away. Last night we are very sloppy on one play, and when you're not scoring enough, and the chances aren't going in for you as regularly as you'd like them to be, that type of mistake has to be eliminated. So we've got to clean everything up. At the other end of the rink, it's on individuals now to get that little black thing across the goal line. The chances that we created again last night, Emmett Finney had, and he's been playing really well. He had a breakaway and a semi-breakaway. Razor had a breakaway. We had 2-on-1s. We had a 3-on-1. We had a 4-on-2 where we get pretty good shots off. Those have to get polished up a little bit and put in.
So at this point, Todd, you are planning Falk to be in the lineup tomorrow, the way things
Yes, that we're playing him. Like he knows how to play hockey. We'll worry about systems and all that type of stuff. If he gets there and everything is the way it should be, we're planning on playing him.
How difficult is it for a guy at this late in this? I mean, he's a veteran, so it's probably a little easier for him, so to speak. But just to jump in and 2/3 into the season on a team, how difficult is it for a guy like anybody like that?
Yeah, I'm sure it varies from player to player. Adjusting and going to a new team. He started in Carolina and went to St. Louis, so he's experienced that already. He's not, he is a confident young man that has played a lot of games and produced year after year. So rely on his instincts, play the minutes that he's going to play, and we'll work with him as time goes on. You know what? There's always nuances to how teams play, and often the biggest thing is the coach's language, whether it's myself or Yanni or Tanguay or anybody else. We might be using words that are confusing to them, but when we just show them or explain what our words mean, it clicks. So we'll clean that up as quick as we possibly can.
But just to clarify, Larkin, the fact he might, or he's only day-to-day, you're okay with just going on the road with 12 forwards, right?
We'll probably call one more up just to be safe. I have to, again, with call-ups, yesterday's roster, the injury, emergency, there's a lot of things in flux right now, so I probably shouldn't even answer that question, but we're talking about bringing another player as well. So
Before you leave, or?
Well, he wouldn't get on the plane right now. He'd have to meet us there.